Today I'm going to be talking about blogging specifically, just because blogging is like the first thing that usually comes up for people. Thinking like I need to create a website and start blogging, and all of a sudden I'm going to get all these clients. And I want to talk about why that doesn't work and why that's kind of a myth as far as how to get paying clients. Hey, Cassie, glad you're here. Um, so blogging. What happens for a lot of people when they're getting started in a business is one of two things. Either we feel really stuck and hold on, I want to see what you're saying. Yes, it was awesome. And I am looking forward to talking to you tomorrow too. Yay. So the two things that happen when people are getting started in their business. Number one is people just don't do anything and they're kind of stuck spinning their wheels in analysis paralysis. I want to say like procrastination. You know what I'm talking about. Like you're kind of looking everywhere and you're so overwhelmed with what to do that you're not doing anything. So either people get stuck there or they're in a place where they feel like they're creating a lot of content and doing a lot of things. Maybe they're really active on social media. Maybe they are blogging, but they're not getting any paying clients. And so what ends up happening to the people that are creating a lot of content and putting it out there but not getting any clients is that you end up feeling super frustrated. You end up, hey Kelly, glad you're here. You end up feeling like nobody wants to hear what you're saying. And then you start to doubt yourself and think, oh my gosh, I don't have something good to offer. People don't like me. I'm not a good coach. I need to go do more training. All these thoughts start coming up as far as why what you're doing isn't working, because you're assuming that you see other people posting on social media. You might be seeing other people blogging and you're assuming that they are being successful and they're getting clients because of it. But this is not the case. I'm not saying it's not the case ever, but there are people that are getting clients and being successful, but just blogging or having a following on social media is not going to lead to you having paying clients and having income coming in. And it can be really deceiving because there can be people who have like a huge following online, and maybe have like an awesome looking blog and have followers on the blog, but they're not making any money or making very, very little money from it. So it can be really deceiving and it can be confusing for us when we're looking from the outside. Especially if what you're doing to try to start your business is looking at what everyone else is doing and basing what you're doing off of what you're seeing as far as people's like outside, like their website or what they're posting on social media, because once again, like you don't know what the actual results are and if they're getting clients and having income coming into their business. So number one, like stop looking around at what everyone else is doing, because you're not getting the whole story. And a lot of times we can get into this whole comparison thing and none of it's based on the truth. It's based on like just what we're seeing. So that would be like my number one piece of advice, because a lot of people get stuck in that. And let me know, you guys that are watching, like, are you in this place? Like, are you in the place where you feel like you're kind of stuck spinning your wheels and not really even knowing what to do? Or have you been in a place where you've been putting a bunch of content out there and you feel like nobody is seeing it or interacting with it or responding to it, or it's not working and getting paying clients? Because it's helpful for me to know like where you guys are at too. So I want to talk about this. I want to talk about like why this isn't working and what really does work instead. So number one, like if you don't know who your ideal, I always go back to this. If you don't know who your ideal client is and you're messaging and you start marketing anyways, what happens is that your marketing is so I want to say like watered down, or so it's not specific enough to be really resonating with a certain person. And so people might look at your content and they find it like entertaining or they find it interesting, but it isn't content that's actually really resonating with them and with what it is that they are struggling with. So that's like a lot of times like, Justin, neither. Well, good for you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't even, we haven't caught up for a while, so I'm not even sure what you're up to. But thank you for popping on. It's nice to see you. So yeah, so people, you're putting out a message, it's really watered down. Nobody's necessarily like really resonating with your message. It's not inspiring them into action. And so this is number one, like starting your business before you know your ideal client and your messaging, and starting to market. And a lot of people do this. Like so many people come to me, and they've been in this place where they've been working on their business months, sometimes even years, and putting out content like maybe even daily and not getting paying clients from it. So as you can probably imagine, like this is incredibly frustrating and very defeating for people, and they start to question everything. So I don't want anyone to be in that spot. So I would say like, number one, before you start marketing, or if you have been marketing, like you really need to go back and figure out who you want to be working with. So the ideal client, your target market, and what your messaging is. So how do you speak to that person in a way that's going to really resonate with them, like you're speaking their language? And a lot of people get confused about this as far as how to target your ideal client and actually end up, let me see if I can explain this a little bit so it makes sense. They end up speaking to their ideal client from the perspective of where they're at now, instead of speaking to their ideal client in the way that their ideal client needs to hear it. So using your ideal client's language. This is really, really important. And almost everyone that I talk to gets caught up in this, and doesn't really understand this. So when they are picking their ideal client, they end up speaking to that person in a way that isn't really resonating with them. Or they're just not being specific and they're speaking to everyone. Or they're like, I help you with your spiritual growth, or I help you with getting healthy, or you know what I mean? Like it's way too general, and it's just not resonating with people. So if you're creating a bunch of content and you're not getting specific about who you're creating the content for, you're just putting out a bunch of stuff that isn't really resonating with the people you want to be working with. And so that's not leading to paying clients. And that's why just like blogging in general blogging or posting on social media isn't necessarily going to lead to clients. Hey Priscilla, let me know if that's making sense to you guys and if you have any questions about that. And so then number two, after ideal client and message, I really think that before you start marketing as well, that you need to get clear on your program and the process that you're going to be walking people through. Because why this is so important is because you want to feel confident about getting clients and that you can help them when you actually get them. Because if you don't, what ends up happening is all the content that you're putting out there, if you are blogging or you're putting stuff on, hey Lorena, glad you're here, yay. Yeah guys, say hi as you hop on. And if you have questions, let me know. So the content that you're putting out there, lost my train of thought. Let me think of where I was going. Oh, your program. Okay, so if you don't know what your program is and feel really confident on this before you start putting content out there, what happens is you're putting out mixed like vibrational messages. So what a lot of times people are doing is they're putting out content, and they're marketing, but they're saying, I want clients because I'm marketing, but at the same time, they're saying, I don't want clients because I don't feel confident that I can help them, and I don't feel confident in what I'm offering and what my messaging is. So as you can see, like alignment and vibration is really important. So we want to feel really confident in what we're offering and that we can help people, so that when we are marketing, that we're putting out the message that I want clients and I feel confident that I can help you. And I know that when I get a client, I feel comfortable about the process that I'm going to be walking them through. And of course, as you're getting started, like, it's going to be a little unknown. It's going to be a little uncomfortable because it's new. Like anything that you start, when you start it, is new. And I even went through this with, I'm a chiropractor, and I went through, lots and lots of training on being a chiropractor. And when it came time to like work with actual patients, I was like, oh crap, like, I'm not ready yet. Like, are you sure we're ready to get started? So it's gonna be the same thing, like when you're getting started working with your clients. Like it's new, it's a practice, like, and the more you do it, the more confident you get. But at the same time, you want to feel really good about the process that you're going to be walking people through once you get clients, so you're putting out that aligned vibration and message. Like, I want clients. Like, I really do want clients, not I want clients, but I don't want clients, So let me know if you can resonate with that, or if you feel like you're in that spot. Meridi, am I saying your name right? I like it, but it's a new one for me. Let me see what you're saying. Shall I not bother with a business page message, catering for all, and just talk to a prospective client? Yeah, you really want everything, your website, your business page, everything should speak to your ideal client. And so this is especially when you have an online business. So most of the people I'm working with want to start an online business. And you can have some in-person stuff too, but like the base for most people that I work with, like we're using online marketing. And the thing is, when you think about being online, you are literally in front of millions of people. And so in order to really connect with the people you want to be working with, and with anyone in general, like, you have to be specific. And let me give you an example, because I think it will help. So let's say that I am struggling with, let me think of something that would be a good example. Let's say I'm struggling with, let's get specific, and let's say like anxiety, because I have a number of people that actually help people with anxiety. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this anxiety is like ruining my life. It's really such a big problem. And that's what I see as my biggest problem. And I decide, like, I'm done with it. Like, I need to get some help with working through it. So if I'm looking for help and I am looking to work with someone, or I'm just in a point where I'm like ready and open to getting help, and I'm, scrolling on social media, or I'm online and I'm seeing like things come across my way. If I see someone's message and they're like, I help people with health and spirituality and feeling more aligned with their life and getting the things they want, that message is probably just going to go like right by me, and it's not even going to, stick out to me. But if I see someone else's message and it's like, I've dealt with anxiety and I overcame it, and now this is where I am and this is what my life looks like, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, I need to work with that person. So it makes a huge difference. Like, if your message is really general, it's just going to go right by people, and they're not even going to look at it. It's not going to resonate with them. But if you see something really specific and it resonates with you, and you've dealt with it, or you're dealing with it, you're gonna stop, and it's going to catch your attention. So that's really the importance. And you want your messaging to be the same everywhere. You don't want different messaging in different places, or people are going to be confused. So that's really important as well. Kelly's saying, loving aligning before you send out your marketing. Yeah, it's really, really important. because that's the thing, like sometimes we're doing all the right actions, and we're actually really putting ourselves out there, but like we're not aligned as far as we really are. We're saying I'm not ready for clients. So we're marketing, but we're saying I'm not ready. And so when you do that, like energy is everything, alignment is everything. So if you're putting stuff out there and you're telling yourself that you're not ready for clients, really like the marketing just isn't going to be effective. So it's like if we market with fear, right? Like it isn't going to come across the same and isn't going to be as powerful as if we're marketing with confidence and we're feeling really clear about, you know, who we work with, what we offer, and that we can help people get results. So it makes a huge difference. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, so this really goes back to like the blogging and stuff too. So you need to get your message out in front of the people that are your ideal clients or are looking for what you have to offer. And that's why just by blogging, like you could have a website and you just start blogging on there. Nobody is going to magically happen across your blog. Like maybe a few people, but not nearly enough for you to end up getting enough clients to start making an income or even getting people who are interested in working with you. So you could blog every day, and it doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're gonna get all these people coming to your blog. So that's like kind of the piece where a lot of people are missing. Like, and same, like you could be posting on social media, like on Facebook every day or on Instagram every day, or posting videos on YouTube. You know, it doesn't really matter what it is. But if nobody is finding your stuff and you don't have a way to drive the right people to your content, you're putting out all this content and nobody's seeing it, or maybe just your friends and family are seeing it, you know, which isn't necessarily the people you want to be working with. So you need a way to be getting whatever content it is that you're creating in front of the people who you want to be working with. And this is like a big thing that I help people with as well. Like I'm a big believer in having a system in place that allows you to get your content in front of the people that are looking for it. And you can use social media, you can use like paid marketing. It's really, really effective. So it's always something that I teach my ideal clients. Like, how do you make sure that you're getting in front, first, like getting clear on who you want to be working with, getting your message on point so that it speaks to that person, and then making sure that your content is getting in front of those people. Like, all of these pieces are really important. And then at the same time having like the vibrational alignment too, so that you're really do want clients and you're feeling confident that you can help people. Like all these pieces. So this is the thing, like a lot of times people think like I can kind of piece things together, or I can do one thing and not the other thing. But you need to have like all these pieces in place in order for things to really line up and for you to get clients. So let me know if that's making sense to you guys. Lorena's saying that makes sense. Being more specific instead of just saying, let me help you figure out your first step to become your highest version. Yeah, it's, the thing is like, so if you think about it, like for me, so I've done a lot of like spiritual growth, I've done a lot of personal growth, but the reason that I did all of that was because of certain things that were going on in my life that were unacceptable to me, or I didn't like, or I got sick of, or you know, I didn't want to be dealing with anymore. It wasn't just because like I was like all of a sudden someday like I want to go do a bunch of personal growth, like no, or I want to go and live my best life, like no, like I had shit going on that was like I don't want to deal with this anymore, or I know I'm capable of more, so I need to make some changes. It wasn't just like all of a sudden I was like, oh, I want to be like my best self or something. So if you're marketing in that way, like I'm not gonna say it doesn't work or it will never work, because you know there's always exceptions, but it's going to be very challenging because most people are looking for solutions to problems. So yeah, Lorena's saying, yeah, you too, yeah. So for all of us, if you kind of think back of it, it's like something, you know, got us going down that path. So, and then really like establishing authority with the people that you want to be working with, really important as well. So allowing them to get to know that you can help them, that you really are the authority or the expert in whatever it is that you're helping people with. So once you get people coming to your stuff and you're getting in front of the right people and you start building that tribe of people, then you can get known as the authority. And this is really comes back to like the content that you're putting out there and your messaging as well. So it's really important to actually be creating content for your ideal clients and not just creating random content. The messaging is super important, and it's going to make the difference between people wanting to really work with you and them just wanting to interact with your content because they find it entertaining. Like there's a big difference there. Yes, including the details and inspiring change. Absolutely. So, because that's what it's all about. Like people have something going on that is inspiring them to want to change. It's not just like you wake up one day and you're like, I want to change. Nothing's really going on, but I just want to change. Like there's reasons. So we got to be speaking to people in a way that is connecting with what's actually going on for them. So, and then getting known, like I say, building your like trust factor, but that's also like getting known as the authority. People trust you. They know you can help them, or they believe that you can help them, and you believe you can help them too. Like that's really important in that process as well. And then there was one other thing I wanted to add. Let me just see what it was. Oh, okay. And then the last piece of the puzzle, knowing how to, like, once people are finding your content, they're interacting with it, how do you get those people? You need to know like how to get those people onto a call or onto like to have a conversation with them to convert them into paying clients. And then like, how do you have that conversation? What do you talk about? Like, what is that process? So this is it's an important part of the process as well. So, it's really ideal client messaging, knowing what your programs are, feeling confident in that, having your energy aligned, getting in front of the people that you want to be working with, getting known as the expert, and building that trust and authority, and then knowing how to get those people on the phone or have a conversation with them that leads them to becoming a paying client. So it's that whole process. So if you're missing a piece in that puzzle, that's where people a lot of times are getting stuck and why things aren't working, because you really have to have like that whole system in place in order to be getting paying clients. So if you're looking and you're like, okay, you're feeling frustrated, like things aren't working, it's not like, oh, you're a failure, you're not good enough, or you don't have something good to offer, people don't like you. It's just you're probably missing a piece of this puzzle, and that's why things aren't working and you aren't getting the paying clients that you want to be getting. Yeah, so same concept as finding the pain point. Yep, that's definitely, Priscilla. So that all goes into your ideal client and your messaging. Like you need to know what your ideal client's pain points are. Because that's what inspires people to change. That's what's going to make them want to take action. So you need to know these things. You definitely do, because that's really what you want to create all your content around. So let me know if you guys have any questions about that. If you have been stuck in a spot either where you feel like you're spinning your wheels or you're putting a bunch of content out there and you're not getting the paying clients, I would be more than happy to speak with you about it and see like where you're getting stuck, what part of the puzzle or what part of like the process you're missing that needs to be tweaked. Because you don't have to stay stuck. Like you can get results, you can get paying clients. I help my clients do it all the time. Like I feel very, very confident in that. But it's having a system in place that really works for you. So if you want support with getting that system in place and figuring out where you may be having things that aren't working for you. Send me a message or comment below, and let me know, and we can hop on a call and get clear on where exactly you're getting stuck, so you can start moving forward and getting clients and income. Like, it doesn't have to be this long, complicated process. Like I said, I work with people who've literally spent years dilly-daddling in their business, feeling frustrated, and we work together, and in a matter of a month or two, they are getting paying clients. So it makes a huge difference, and it really depends on, like, how serious are you about this business? How important is it for you to get it up and running? And do you want to do it the slow and painful process that may lead to never getting clients? Or do you want to do like what actually works and make sure that you are getting paying clients? Because like I said, it makes a huge difference. So if you want support with that, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out with that. And if you guys have any other questions, let me know. And if not, and if you catch the replay and have questions, let me know too. But like, the biggest thing I want you to take away from all of this is that if you aren't getting the results you want, it isn't because something is wrong with you, or that you have a bad offer, or you're not good enough. So, it's really like getting this system in place. So, all right, guys, that's all I had for you, unless anyone has any questions. And if you do, you can type them in, and I'll come back and answer them later as well. So thank you everyone so much who joined me. It's always nice to have people on and to get to interact with you guys. And I hope everyone has an amazing rest of their day. It was cloudy earlier, but it's starting to look sunny. So it's going to be a nice day, and I will probably go and work outside. So, you're welcome, Lorena. And yeah, Cassie, blessings right back to you. Priscilla, you're welcome. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to all you guys soon. Okay? Bye.